Hey everyone, Mark Tassler with this edition of Outside the Oval. The racing season is wearing on down. We still got a couple weeks to go. Labor Day weekend right around the corner. We'll come back with a big season finale after that. First Sunday in September at Huset Speedway. Sunday night, boy, the action has been just unbelievable. Another, well, strange night if you would. We had cars tangling in the heat race. We had 3 cars tangled up like I hadn't seen before, at least for a long time anyway, in the Outlaw Sprints. One of them, point leader Terry McCarroll, was tangled up with a couple of other cars. Another night of damaged racing machinery at Huset Speedway Sunday night. Again, a stock car goes over, this time David Beeman Jr. on the back straightaway. He walked away uninjured. On the front stretch, we had a sprint car take a hard tumble. That was number 5 of Eric Lutz in the championship sprint cars. And that car had damage on the front end. On top, the wing was almost completely tore off. The tail tank was pulled off the back. A lot of damage to the car from one end to the other. And a new Outlaw sprint car came in, number 7T, and that car took a very hard crash on the front straightaway. They did get that car back in by the feature time later in the night, but it was hard on machinery, but all drivers were uninjured. In the main event, 25-lapper for the Outlaw sprint cars, Dynamite goes boom, and it was Mark Dynamite Dobmeier taking a win number 5, coming from deep in the field. He started 11th and charged up to take his 5th win of the year. The 5-time defending champion coming in ahead of number 82, the Buffalo Wild Wings car of Dusty Zomer. Terry McCarroll coming from deep in the field with the number 6 car. He started 16th. And he came up to 3rd. His son, Austin McCarroll, coming in behind him in 4th. And the number 12, the Australian driver, Lenton Jeffrey, coming in 5th. In the championship sprint cars, Tommy Barber got a win earlier in the year. He gets another win now, his 2nd of the season, in the number 75 car, coming across the line ahead of Joe Riedel in 2nd. Brant O'Banion came from 10th up to 3rd. It was Jordan Nordstrom, who is in the upper top 3 in the point standings coming into the event, maintains his place there with a 4th place finish. And Brock Dump came from a rear restart where he had to go to the back after a tire change, and he charged all the way up to 5th. In the street stocks, Gary Brown Jr. and Darren Cordles continue that battle. And the 7-time defending champion, Gary Brown Jr., now with his 7th win of the season, coming in ahead of Darren Cordles, a very close battle. Cordles led laps 1 through 10, and Gary Brown Jr. took over the lead on lap 11, and it was a 12-lap feature. He led the most important 2 laps of the race, the last 2 laps to take the win. Gary Brown Jr. at Victory Lane says anytime you can beat Darren Cordles or pass Darren Cordles, it's a good night. Those 2 drivers have been challenged to take a rear start in an upcoming race at Huset Speedway on the Sunday night of Labor Day weekend. They both accepted that challenge. That'll be fun to watch those guys come from deep in the field. You know, drivers that race at the same track week in and week out, season after season, they master the track. That's a good thing. Then you've got another breed of drivers that tour around a little bit and go to and visit various tracks, and they're able to get dialed in quickly. We saw that last night in the B-Mods, or Sunday night in the B-Mods, with number 1M, Josh Maddock out of Rose Creek, Minnesota. First time ever at Huset Speedway. He came in there Sunday night with the 1M car and went through the hot laps in his heat race and had to make some adjustments, but by feature time, he had that car locked in. He took the win on his first ever visit to Huset Speedway. Again, his name, Josh Maddock out of Rose Creek, Minnesota. And in the hobby stocks, number 17L, Chad Loneman. He's won at Huset's before, 3 times last year, but got his first win of the season in the number 17L, and a close one too. A close finish. He won by 1/10 of a second over the number 6 of point leader Dustin Gilbronson. That's this edition of Outside the Oval. For racing, I'm Mark Tassler.